Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today for your Sunday series, it's going to be a best of 5 featuring Dark and herO. Game 1's here on Royal Blood. This is from Katowice 2023, bottom left. It is herO. Top right, it is Dark. Dark is a world champion and a GSL champion. herO is a like 2 or 3 time GSL champion, but he hasn't won a world championship yet. But I feel like that is on his list. Okay, so hatch blocking probe here today. And again, this is on the new patch. Katowice was played on it, blocking it. The drone says that's okay. I'll just expand somewhere else for my first hatch. Well, second hatch. Patrolling. And he's pretending to expand here. We're gonna go 3 hatch before pool against herO Dark. No, just faking him out. 16, 18, 17 timing here from Dark. Just a little bit of mind games here. Gateway expand timing from herO. Saturating the gas instantly with 3 workers. He wants to get speed or a lair super fast. And everything is standard here for herO. Terry the Overlord, just checking. Just checking to make sure we're not being cannon rushed. Terror the Overlord merch at falconpaladin.store. Check it out. Got Terror the Overlord mugs. We've got Terror the Overlord t-shirts. We've got a Falcon Paladin SC2 logo branded t-shirt as well. And there is Brood War branded stuff as well if you're a Brood War fan. But you are in a minority if that is the case. Link's chasing out. Any sign of a third coming in here, Dark, here in game 1? I'm looking at it. Trying to figure out maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. Stargate opening here from herO. Nothing crazy about that. Lings really want to kill this probe. Probe's been over here scouting forever and does... Oh, hang on. Does not see that that base went down, but has a pretty good idea that it did. Speed's on the way here from Dark, not going for a super duper fast lair here, but yeah, has actually pulled the workers off of gas entirely right now. So unless the lair's nope, okay. So no quick lair here, just going for a incredibly macro opening for the Terran player, or Zerg player rather. No Terrans here today. I don't know where my brain is right now, but we're going oracles because it's herO. Of course we're getting oracles. Is this herO style PvC? If it gets up to, you know, 4, 5, 6 oracles, sure. But 1, 2, or 3, pretty standard stuff. Nothing to worry about there if you're Dark. And you can't pull out herO style every time you're in a PvZ. People will get used to it, and people will start to just try to deal with it immediately. So, Oracle's name is Emon, and the Protoss had detected the Earth and were scouting to see if Earth was a threat. They landed in Waterford, Ireland, and were shocked when they heard, "Top of the morning to you, Amon." Amon? Amon, they thought. What is Amon doing here? Not realizing that Amon, Amonain, and Amon sound the same, they scooped up poor old Amon, imprisoned him in an oracle, and sent him into danger, thinking they were going to finish off Amon once and for all. Alright, so that's someone with a pretty significant knowledge of Irish culture. I don't know if that person who submitted that name is actually Irish or not, but funny stuff there for sure. Amon and Amon is pronounced the same, spelled differently, meaning different things, obviously. Spores coming in, because Dark recognizes, okay, yeah, there's an oracle out, absolutely. And there's 2 oracles out, so having a spore up and a couple queens is good. Oh, or 3 queens, sure. 3 queens ready to shut that down immediately. 3 queens and a spore is overkill to deal with oracles for sure. How many queens at the 3rd base? Just the 1. And the natural base, well, there's 2 here and a spore as well. So yeah, this is great stuff from Dark. And queens a little bit out of position means that 3 drones do go down. Minimal damage to the oracles. They are still alive. Do we have any more of them? Yeah, so we've got the 3. One of them's coming up One of them's coming up kind of this middle path here. Adept's trying to shade around and see what they can get done. But again, the queen count is heavy enough. And just as a Zerg player, if you got the queens, you're going to have a good time. So yeah, for now... Oh! It is a 4th Oracle. Okay, extra gateways being thrown down. +1 coming in. Blink there too. This is feeling a might bit hero style, isn't it? These two guys hanging out together. Just waiting for their time to join up with their friends. Maybe get some stuff done. 4th base coming in from Dark. 3rd base from hero's already done. And this is a time when the economy for the Zerg player isn't fantastic. Oracles cruise on in, get a couple more drone kills. Man, total of 8 drones have gone down so far in just the first 5 minutes here. The Oracle control has been off the chain for hero, but that's what we do when we click on hero games, as we see that kind of stuff. I mean, this is as high-level StarCraft as you're ever going to get in StarCraft, man. Dark and hero. Hero's, again, probably the best Protoss player on Earth right now. Oh, one of the Oracles dies. That ruins that plan. I don't know about this. It's trying to snipe down, yep, the drones that are on gas is excellent. And then Dark he's indistinguishable. His talent is as good as any of the other 3 of the 4 queens that are the elite players for the Zerg race right now, right? Oh gosh, that Oracle makes it out with 10 HP. Not looking super hot here, actually. 1 Oracle going down kind of ruins the whole plan. So we've got 3 of them running around, no 4th. They're not getting a 5th one either here. It's hero, but that +1 attack, the blink, a 4th base coming in from hero. So yeah, nobody's going for anything crazy early here today. Oracle's trying to burn down an egg. They're not particularly good at that, but nothing is great at killing eggs, I guess. Maybe Immortals, big-time hits. Right, big-time hits, big swings against stuff with tons of armor. Immortal's going to be good at that. Marauder's not bad at that either. Yamato, big chunk of damage. But using a Yamato to take down an egg seems like a ridiculous use of resources there. Nice pull-off on that stasis by Dark. And maybe Dark's going to go for a 5th base here. This is some really aggressive macro from hero, man. That's a fast 4th base. I guess Dark has really just been forced to defend at home. Does get another Oracle there. That's 2 of them down in exchange for 15 drones in the first 7 minutes. 5th base coming up top left from Dark. He's happy to play the macro game. He's comfortable there. He's comfortable early game. He's comfortable late game. This is almost a PvT strategy. Mass Blink Stalker with +1 attack. What is this? Yeah, how many Lings do you have? Well, is it enough to chase these Stalkers away? Yes. Is it enough to fully surround them? Not exactly, no. Transfuses on the Queens, keeping them alive. But this, my gosh, this base is going to die. We got Adepts causing all sorts of problems in the 3rd base. Stalkers get the 3rd. Or the 4th, whatever number this one was. I think the 4th base is down. This is just the powered-up Link Stalker in the hands of an elite Protoss player. Even as a Zerg, you're like, well, I've got Lings. Lings counter this, right? And then Lings come rolling into the 4th base of hero. Nothing to defend but a single cannon and a shield battery. Shield battery is dead. I guess there's a Zealot. But he's gone now, too. And actually recalling in... I don't even know what he recalled in there, but the Queens are dying, and that's a bad sign. It's 38 to 71 army supply. God, so frustrating as a Zerg player to see this, because you're like, we have answers. No! GG! Hero wins game number 1. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Part of the... Okay, so what did he just... Oh, he recalled the Oracles over. Okay. All right. So the Lings get out of there because they're going to get all sorts of burned down. But you're like, we should have the answer to Blink Stalkers. We have Zerglings. But not enough. Simply not enough. Went up to too many drones. Too much of an income advantage. Was not ready for this. And hero takes game number 1. Again, a strategy that feels very at home in PvT, but... we do see it sometimes in PvZ. So game 1 going to hero here. Just taking an early lead. And Dark's like, hate losing like that. That just feels terrible. It's another thing if the Protoss shows up with Colossus and High Templar and Disruptors and a ton of splash damage and kind of whittles you down, kills you that way. That feels like, okay, fine. Protoss used the tools they were given to deal with Zerg. Yes. But Stalkers are not supposed to be that good at killing Zerg. But by golly, I really think Dark droned up too hard. He lost 30 workers, and he had 70 at the end of the game. What did he max out on? 83, 83. Okay, so it looks like, well, 84, 85. Okay, so right about 6 minutes, about 7 minutes, he fires up a bunch more drones, gets up to 79 here to 66. But I don't know, like herO's got a 4th base coming up. Is Dark not supposed to keep up economically? I don't know. Infestation pit, if he could have gone maybe for some fungals on those stalkers, it would have been easier to deal with. Can definitely see that. But yeah, army value is 43 to 25. Dark's up to 84 workers. He's firing up 24 lings, but 24 lings versus 17 stalkers, the ratio does not make any sense there. It's not going to work out for you, you know? Depth's hanging back. They might want to pop in here when these stalkers are doing their thing. But yeah, it's just not enough. It's not enough. It is 33 lings. Okay, hold on. He's making more. 44. It's like 60 lings versus 23 stalkers. That's only 3 lings per stalker. You probably want 4. Maybe even more than that. The queens aren't particularly good here either against the +1 blink stalkers. The blink micro is insane. And yeah, that's it. I mean, that's just army value is 67 to 44. A lot of that's queens. The queens aren't really helping here. They don't do a ton of damage to stalkers. And once the queens die, and these lings tried to go for the counterattack, and then the stalkers got themselves into a position where they can't get surrounded, and bam. Wow. All right, so that's game 1. Crazy stuff there from herO. Love it. Let's see what Dark's going to bust out in game 2 to try to even this thing up. Game 2 is on altitude. It's a snow map. Top right it is Dark. Bottom left it is herO. Woof. I don't think herO lost a single stalker in that game. Maybe one early, but not during that attack. That is the power of blink stalkers in the hands of an excellent and elite Protoss player. Woof. Protoss players. If you can learn how to blink like that, you can take aims off of Terran and Zerg with impunity. Going through a little bit of a blue river there. Maybe it's liquid methane. Maybe it's mercury. But I don't know. Robots, do they care about that stuff? Hiding the drone. Trying to hide it. Juking. herO is hot on the trail of this drone, just trying to become a hatchery. And the probe says, all right, you got me. Go ahead and become a hatchery. There we go. At 1 minute. Gateway opening here from herO. Are we going to go back to the stalker well? Extractor. Spawning pool. Nothing crazy here in the opening minutes of this game. But yeah, be sure to, if you want to support me, you can at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for as little as $1 a month. You can do it also just here on YouTube. If you don't support Patreon, and some people don't, you can do it by clicking the join button down below, becoming a channel member. Gives you access to awesome emojis for your comments that you don't get if you're not a member, and a super cool logo next to your name lets me know that you are supporting me, and gets extra love from me with your comments as well. One-time donations by clicking the thanks button down below. That's always nice if you don't want to worry about recurring payments, which I understand. Anymore, everybody's trying to get you to do subscriptions, right? Like even just regular apps. Every app you download these days are like, hey, you can sign up for a monthly subscription. It's like, no thanks, not interested in doing this with everything I buy, but yeah. So one-time donations, you don't have to worry about it. Clicking the thanks button down below. And then honestly, what takes the least amount of cut as far as supporting me and further StarCraft is PayPal. You just go to falconpaladin@gmail.com at PayPal. That is a straight up, like, most of that money goes to me, whereas YouTube takes like a 35% cut and Patreon takes like a 40% cut. So, I don't know. Just, you got some options there. Going for another Stargate opening here is herO. The Oracle's got that early damage in. I don't think I made enough of a deal about that as Dark's third base is coming in here. The 15 drone kills in the first 7 or 8 minutes was not nothing. I mean, look. Dark was up to 84 workers when all was said and done there, so obviously it didn't hurt him too bad, but it maybe just prevented him from getting enough army out to deal with the stalkers there because he was replacing economy. Tricky stuff. Stalker opening from herO again here. Oracle opening from herO again here. This Oracle's name is simply Dustin Heber. After failing a music career, Dustin Heber decided to disappear from the spotlight and changed careers to an Oracle. His lasers are actually sonic waves of him singing, which causes opponents to overheat and explode. Dang. That's a pretty good superpower, man. So yeah, sorry your music career didn't work out, Dustin, but you know, you're spotting for stalkers and helping overlords die now. You're part of a team. You're accomplishing a lot. That's great. That's really good to see. I mean, you're killing Terror the Overlord, who's a beloved overlord, but, you know. Paycheck's a paycheck. Third base coming in from herO, sub 4 minutes. Pretty quick on that one. Got our Terran music playing. No Terrans in sight. And I have heard, if you knock this cooling tower down, destroy it, it will destroy the Zelnaga watchtower and allow you to expand here. But I've never seen anybody do it. I want to see somebody do it so bad. I haven't cast a ton of games on altitude either. Everything's on Gressfin, it feels like, man. Gressfin, pretty good map for macro games, and that's what I like to cast most of the time, which is why these best ofs are fun. Right? These best of series, I can get shorter games, like that last one. I probably wouldn't have cast that game, you know, it's an 8-9 minute PvZ standalone on the channel, but as part of a series, it gets its due. And it's nice to see sometimes. So, Oracle's cruising around, that's 4 drones down and an Overlord. It is pitching a shutout. 300 resources lost for the Zerg player, 0 lost for the Protoss in the first bit of the game here. Liking it. We got a Forge and a Twilight Council on the way from herO. Interesting. This could be a Resonating Glaive style opening. This could just be DTs. DTs are along this tech path too. More gateways on the way. So not opening up with Sky Toss or anything. Not trying to rush carriers, because it's somebody like Dark, that will just, you will die. Dark will get up to 84 workers, throw down a Spire, make 800. Like 800 Corruptors, and then you'll be dead. Adepts do not shade in, but they get over here a little bit as they try to bail out. The Adept count's a little bit suspicious. If, you know, if you're expecting maybe a Resonating Glaive style attack, 5 Adepts is a lot. Ooh, the Warp Prism. Well, it's not a Warp Prism. It is a Robotics Bay that allows you to get Warp Prism, but it's charge. Oh, it's a fast charge opening here. Does he have his gases? Yes, because he's got a third base up. So maybe it's not a Resonating Glaive or a charge lot all in here, but it does seem like we are setting up for some kind of a big Zealot play. The problem is, the answer to Resonating Glaive Adepts and Zealots is the same thing. Like, either get Roaches or get Banelings. And I guess our Zerg player is doing neither of those things. So this might work. Macro Hatch from Dark. Love that stuff. He is getting an Evolution Chamber. I mean, upgrades help in the situation too, but they take a while. But, like, not having a Roach Warren and not having a Baneling Nest is a little bit dicey here. It really does feel like he's not chrono boosting charge, though. Maybe it's not. It's Templar Archives up next, so perhaps you're going to get some Storm out of it. Maybe some, again, DTs. They're on the menu, too. Potentially. Zealots positioning. Lings harassing. Adepts say, hey, you're going to force us to cancel a gateway. Oh, just killing it. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good win for Dark there. The Oracle is going to shove these guys away because they are so darn squishy. So Dark on 4 bases and a Macro Hatch and a Lair. He's getting a Baneling Nest. Okay, so he recognizes at some point I'm going to have to deal with Adepts or Zealots or something, and having Banelings is going to be good, but that's a Robo Bay. Yeah, 7 minute, 3 bases, 100 supply, 67 workers, Robo Bay and Templar Archives for herO. That's your milestone, Protoss players. If it's 7 minutes, you can't have all of that. Okay, the Robo Bay is almost done, I guess. You need to do better. Your macro has to be cleaner. Your build order has to be smarter. Maybe copy the build order for herO. You can do that from these games because the production tab shows you exactly when stuff starts, and you got a clock down here. You can totally see what build order this is and copy it. Adepts. Ugh, 4 of them shade out. 1 of them got wiped. Making an Archon here with a High Templar because Storm is not done yet, nor is Storm being researched. So maybe just Archons. Charge Lot Archon timing pretty strong. I believe Hearthstone put out a video specifically about the Charge Lot Archon timing against Zerg, and a lot of people have had a lot of success with it, especially in, you know, the Diamond Platinum, Masters leagues. So if you're a Diamondish player, maybe check out that video from Hearthstone. He's a hilarious guy. He knows more about StarCraft than I do for sure. And he's definitely entertaining. I like his channel quite a bit. Fourth base from herO. I mean, we've looked at it. I don't think I've identified it as such here. Oracle's trying to snipe down a queen. No. Transfuses are too strong. Ling's catching out these Adepts, man. Not looking good. And it's Disruptors. Disruptors here from herO. Got a Hive coming in. Got a Roach Warren. I think I saw a Roach Warren coming up. Yes, there it is. Roach Warren coming up and done. So maybe a Roachling, Baneling kind of a thing here against this Charge Lot Archon play. Smart. The Banelings handle the Zealots very well. So do the Roaches. And then the Roaches will do pretty well against the Archons. Good snipe. 4 probes on the transfer there. Some Banelings hanging out. Centrifugal Hooks is not done yet. A Charge Lot timing at like 9 minutes just doesn't seem super viable. I guess poking in is fine, but I don't know what you're trying to do. Oh, man. We haven't seen double Archon inside a War Prism play in a while. That used to be very standard in PvZ. Okay, Baneling's getting decent connections on those Zealots, softening them up, bruising them up, so future attacks on them will do better. And yeah, here we go. Banelings, Baneling, and now just easier to clean up these Zealots. They have barely any HP left. Archon's up here harassing at the 4th base, though. Or rather, the 3rd base. I guess it was whatever. It's the 3rd base. On the other side, Lings and Banes catching Disruptors, though. Okay, Dark putting up a fight here. Sniping a Disruptor kind of out in the middle of nowhere there. Banelings not exactly connecting what they want to there, but yo. Dark says, you know what we need in this game is an Ultralisk Cavern. Let's get an Ultralisk Cavern, he says. herO says, our Ultra's good. They're smaller now. They've got a smaller footprint, which is better. They can get more surface area on enemies and do more attacks, but don't know. Stasis Ward getting thrown up. No, Oracle gets picked off here. Banelings are trying to find the Zealots. Archons trying to snipe those things down. A million Lings come in, and boy, do they... Oh, 6 Stasis, though. No, Purification Nova. These Archons are like, we're kind of stuck here. We're trying to kill a queen. Transfuses are sick. Archon's doing bonus damage to biological. Good snipe on that Oracle right before that queen dies. Armory value is 59 to 53. Dark is up. But a lot of that is in stasis right here. These Zealots are trying to get in position to deal with them. The Lings unstasis and get out of there. But a big, scary Protoss army right on your front door is not anything you ever want to see. As a Zerg player, 18 kills on that Archon. Holy crap, 19 kills on that Archon. 31 kills on that Archon. And these are not High Templar that have gotten a ton of kills with Storm and then turn into Archons. No, these are just Archons, man, in the hands of a master. 65 to 40 army supply. Can't engage with it. The 4th base goes down. And there it is. Oh, this one Ultra's like, I'm not actually good by myself. I need some of my friends. I really need some support. They're like Colossus. Colossus kind of suck by themselves, too. I mean, it's not just a Zerg thing, but yo! Worker count, 83 to 69. It is a 3-basing Zerg here at 11 minutes. It's a Charge Lot Disruptor Archon play. It's interesting. Dude, herO does crazy stuff, and I love it. I love he's constantly experimenting, especially with PvZ. Oh, that's a free Archon if you want it. And kind of, yes, not getting that full surround. I mean, Archon just, bruh, dude, he's alive and everything. 15 kills on that, bro. Whoop, Ling tried to jump into a shield battery overcharged base. Even though it's been nerfed, it's still going to be enough for like 5 Lings. Oh, the herO decides he needs carriers. Oh, wow, and Dark taps out. Whoa, is that because he saw the carriers? Okay, so herO gets a 2 first. Okay, we got to go to Dark's vision real fast. Okay, fine. Dark looking. It's like, shield battery overcharge, get out of there. And rebuilding this base. That's cool. Everything's fine. I've got 60s. He sees the carrier. And GG's. That's it. He sees the carrier. And what? What does he have to deal with carriers? Literally nothing. Literally nothing. That's insane. No queens. No corruptors. No mutalisks. No spire. 3 spores. 3 spores to handle carriers. It's, it feels a little premature. I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, what is it? It's a carrier out. There's another one on the way. It's not like herO's pumping 7 carriers at a time here, but a mothership's actually just about to finish. That's a big deal. Fair. Dark read the situation, said, nope, that's not for me, and was done. Wow. So herO goes up 2-0 with the sneaky carrier transition. Off of 4 bases. I mean, look, and he's got a 5th base coming up here, too. You can't see it for some reason, but it's on the minimap, so it's there. Yeah, crazy stuff. So Charge Lot, Archon, a little bit of Disruptor play. They weren't really huge there. Stasises were big, right? Stasis was a big deal. The spellcasting was awesome. Every queen died. That's massive. And once all the queens are dead and Dark doesn't have a Spire, that's it. That's amazing. That's really impressive. Man, so GG. I mean, that is well done by herO. Resources lost 1,400 to just 10,000 or 14,000 and 10,000. I don't know my numbers at all. Yeah, 14,000 and 10,000. And I got to say, I empathize with Dark here because when I'm playing StarCraft, I'm like, okay, I got this. I'm handling this ground army. I'm going to get Adrenal. Look at this. I'm getting Adrenal upgrades. Got +3 attack on my Lings. I'm getting Ultras. This is great. And then the Protoss shows up with like 6 carriers, and I'm like, oh. Well, I did not expect that. That will be a GG, sir. Oh, what a great game, too. All right, Dark, your back's against the wall here. It's a best of 5, and you're down 2-0. herO can mess around. All he has to do is win 1 out of the next 3 games, and he's happy. All right, well, let's see what Dark can do in game number 3. You know he's going to come out fighting hard. Hit that like button if you haven't already. All right, we're on game 3. It is dire for Dark right now on Neo-Humanity. Bottom right, Dark. Top left, it is herO. Think we'll see some oracles in this game? I think we will. Neo-Humanity, a backdoor into your natural of gold minerals. I think that's the first time we've seen gold minerals to create a block into a base, right? Does herO just want to end it here? Maybe he does. Neo-Humanity, a kind of weird map. We got a Rich Vespian Geyser base here, but it is super duper wide open, not protected at all. Whew. If you want to see an excellent PvT featuring Spirit and Zaun on this map, let me know, and I'll link it to you. We got nukes involved. We've got battle cruisers. If you didn't see it already, good times. Good times indeed. This music is great. Just atmospheric and wonderful and everything else. And then it ends. Well, I mean, Dark's not doing anything crazy. He's not pool firsting today. He's not going for like a drone drill all in here against herO. He's just playing standard. Playing macro style stuff. Terror the Overlord comes in, sees what's going on. Sees the Cyber Core. Sees the expansion. Everything is neat. Yeah, just the poor neglected second bases of the Zergs in 2023, man. Just no chance. No chance for them. Stargate opening from herO. Was there any doubt? Was there any doubt? Was there any way he was not going to make oracles in this game? Maybe if he tries to cannon rush Dark, there wouldn't be any oracles, possibly, but I don't know. Could always get there. And yeah, this is just a carbon copy opening of the first 2 games, man. First 3 games, the same. Right? Can't take your natural where you want it. Your third base comes in here. herO goes for the 1-gate expand. Gets an Adept out. Gets a Stalker out. Goes for Warp Gate. Gets a Stargate. Starts making Oracles. I mean, what else is he going to do? And the nice thing about Oracles is it helps you against Roach Ravager all-ins or like Ling Floods. Anything the Zerg player can do, having 2 or 3 Oracles can kind of melt all of it. To a certain extent anyway. So yeah, I think I'm actually out of Oracle names at this point, because we've got one more here on the list. And this Oracle's name is simply Dr. Evil. His goal is to steal all the enemy mojo by siphoning away the drone life essence. Oh. Okie doke. So stealing all of the Zerg's mojo by siphoning away the drone's life essence. Seems tough. Seems tough for sure. We'll see. We'll see how many life essences get drained by Dr. Evil the Oracle today and his friend. I don't know. I guess that one's going to be Mini-Me, right? Gotta say, not a huge fan of the Austin Powers movies. Like, the first one's funny. It's a nice riff on the whole, you know, British super spy 007 kind of tropes. And I guess the trilogy itself, 1, 2, and 3, made a ton of money in the late 90s. It was a good time for it. But I'm not sure they held up. Like, I don't know how many people are like, ooh, yeah, Austin Powers, that was good stuff. Definitely funny. Like, there are some definitely funny moments in those movies. Anyway, enough talking about late 90s cinema like the old man that I am. Third base is coming in from herO. Oracles have got 2 drones already, forcing queens out, forcing the queens to pay attention to what's going on. Oracle count is 3, one of them helping to defend this third base against potential Ling attacks, Adepts shading around. Not committing to anything here. And yeah, Dark's macro hasn't really been a problem today. It's really just been he hasn't been prepared for what herO has done. Is that a fair thing to say? He wasn't ready for that many Stalkers, that many Blink Stalkers in Game 1. And then he wasn't ready for Carriers in Game 2. So what can herO do here that Dark will not be ready for to complete the sweep? Dunno. Dunno. I mean, this is why herO's the best Protoss on Earth right now. He's making Dark look silly, which is hard to do. Dark's a world champion. He's a GSL champion. He's incredibly comfortable with any strategy you ask him to do versus any strategy. But herO's just catching him off guard. And that's a viable strategy in StarCraft. If you can catch your opponent off guard, where they don't know what you're doing, they expect you to do one thing and you do something else, you can win a lot of games. It's just that's why scouting is awesome, right? Oh, are you attacking? Stasis catches. Couple drones and a couple of Lings there. Ooh, Oracle dies. Flew a little bit too close to the sun there, trying to get a queen. Didn't get the queen and died for it as well. So Blink on the way here. This is a Blink +1. It's exactly what we saw in game number 1. Warp Prism here. But this time we get a Robotics Bay. We didn't get that in game 1. We got that in game 2. So yeah, Ling's poking up. Too much Protoss there. Fourth base. Yeah, based on the creep spread, it was going to be here the whole time. Infestation Pit on the way. We got ourselves, again, Robotics Bay. Probably Disruptors. Colossus pretty good. herO's getting a fourth base too. It's just his timings are fast, but they're safe because the Oracles exist. And because he's getting up shield batteries. And because he's got enough army to dissuade Lings from really taking a base down by themselves. Yeah, Protoss players, if you're struggling in StarCraft, just watch these games from herO and kind of try to do what he does. I know it's hard, obviously, but yo. Creep spread, pushing. Dark's been good with this creep spread. His economy's on fire. He's got 67 workers. herO's got 66. What's Dark going for here? He's made a lot of... he's got roaches. 11 roaches, 28 Lings, Colossus on the way, double pumping Colo off of double robotics facility, and then getting extended thermal lance. Obviously, you're not going to skip that if you're making 2 Colossus at a time. Obviously. Blink wrapping up in about 7 seconds here. And yeah, Dark's up 159 to 111. What's he got? He's got 18 roaches and 27 Lings, which is, yeah, it's good. It's a fine army. It'll handle these Stalkers and these Adepts in a straight-up battle for sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then ye old swarm hosts. Okay, Nidus Network, swarm host play. Colossus are a good answer to this. I mean, honestly, Storm is a good answer. Archon's a pretty good answer. Colossus, pretty good answer. So here it is. Dark. Oh, these Adepts getting absolutely executed here at the Zelnaga Watchtower down on the left side. Getting caught out. Okay, so Dark just getting some wins here. Killing some Adepts for basically free. Trying to Ling Roach this side while he swarm hosts the other side. Oh, this is genius. The launch and all the armies over here dealing with this garbage. Dark's not even committing to it. He kind of is. He's like, can you be in two places at once? Dude, sniping that. Oh, killing one of the Colossus instantly. Now going after some of these probes, recognizing we can't get the Nexus, but probes are squishy and they will dive. 13 probes go down. All right. One Colossus, 13 probes, and a Pylon get killed there. That was an excellent, excellent swarm host attack. Dark says, well, can I counterattack? Absolutely not. Too many Lings, too many Roaches. Dark, here we go. This is the Dark we were kind of expecting to see throughout this entire series, and he might have showed up here in game number 3. Honestly, he could just launch in the same place. Do not try. Oh, man. Does he have to use the swarm host offensively? That's never good, Dark. No, no, no. Just put him back in the Nidus. Go launch. herO's going home. No. Get back in the Nidus. Okay, yes. Some of the... Nope. Now unloading. Now, never mind. Because herO keeps coming back in, and Dark, it doesn't know what to do. So look, he launches the Locusts, and then the Protoss army goes away. Kites burns down the Locusts. The Locusts don't get anything done, and sure, okay, Roaches just actually took down a Colossus. Warp Prism Micro saves the second one, though. You can kind of juggle 2 Colossus with the Warp Prism, but 3 gets really tough. We've seen that on the channel recently. I think it was a Serral versus herO game where the juggling got a little bit tough. But anyway, army value 133 to 94. Dark has a bigger one, but a lot of that is swarm hosts. And as we saw, the swarm hosts can buy time, but they can't exactly kill a mobile army like this. Krosabile's making a couple connections there. Roach Ravager just kind of face smashing into a Stalker Colossus Death Ball army. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough here from Dark to do that. He's got the swarm host count is 15. Man, is this just the way that you handle swarm hosts as Protoss? You don't let the Zerg player feel like they can launch them on the other side of the map because they'll die? That's kind of awesome. I mean, that's what herO's trying to employ here. Yeah, I mean, the Locust just kind of trickling in. Now they're gone. Now the swarm hosts are nothing until they're ready to pop here. It's another 20 seconds or so. And yeah, just, the offensive blink forward. herO feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, Ravagers don't trade very well. Queens can't do jack, as we saw in game 1. These 20 and a 23 kill Colossus here. Blink Stalker Colossus, what year is it? He's trying to launch from an unexpected angle, but nope. Now these swarm hosts are useless for another 40 seconds. That's your GG, man. I don't see. These Roaches are coming from all different directions. They're disparate. There aren't that many of them. The Stalkers do bonus damage to those guys. They're taking some hits off of these Colossus for sure. But 85 to 66 army supply. herO is up. GG herO takes the 3-0 best of 5 finish against Dark at the World Championship Katowice. Oh my gosh. That was insane. That was an absolutely killer, crazy game. Yeah, man. I mean, every Protoss was like, oh no, swarm host, how will herO handle it? And how he handled it was he just never made Dark feel like he could launch on the other side. He said, no, absolutely not. I am going to be here. I'm going to try to use the swarm host defensively, which never works. I can't think of a single game I've cast or watched where the Zerg player is using swarm host defensively and they win. Can't do it. It's just, I don't think it's ever happened in the history of StarCraft, man. Not at this level. Not at like top 10 Ligulac ranked players level. Not at all. So, yeah. I mean, is Protoss underpowered? Discuss among yourselves. herO is not underpowered. Him playing Protoss doesn't seem like any kind of a disadvantage for him, does it? Maybe every other Protoss is struggling, but I mean, this is kind of like is Terran underpowered? Well, just play like Maru. Or now, play like Oliveira. Right? Just do that, and you'll be fine. And it's super difficult, but they can pull it off, and it was all pretty much the same openings here from herO today, but just slightly different. Blinkstalkers game 1, Disruptors and Archons and Chargelots game 2, and a couple Colossus here in game 3. 27 kills and 24 kills apiece. Resources lost, 13,600 and 9,500. Basically the same ratio we saw in the last game. Only one Swarm Host died, but you can't win a game with Swarm Hosts, right? Just not allowed. That's all he's got left. 14 Swarm Hosts and 5 Roaches. That's his army. And that's not going to work against a Blinkstalker Colossus mobile army. Definitely not. Well, I guess stick around. I'm going to have to fill the time with something else here. So tell you what, let's go ahead. I'll throw up another cast at the end here that's basically, like, I don't know, the most watched cast on my StarCraft 2 channel. How about that? And then you guys can watch it if you haven't seen it and enjoy the StarCraft. So well done there. And that's just herO doing herO stuff today. This is why he's so fun to watch. This is why Protoss, he's their hero, right? Awesome. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Sunday series. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin, and PayPal at falconpaladin@gmail.com. And until next time, as always, thanks so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a proxy from Beyond. It's going to be Beyond versus serO here on Lightshade, the Ladder Edition. This is from DreamHack Last Chance, a premier tournament that wrapped up maybe last month, maybe a few weeks ago here, maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm not entirely sure when it wrapped up. My brain is, I don't know, it's fried from working today. Alright, so top left-hand corner of a Lightshade, we have the blue Terran player Beyond. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is serO. He's a red Zerg player, and we are on the Proxy Express, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you knew when you loaded into this game and you saw that SCV rally set over here. Yes, Beyond's going to try to kill serO fast, which, hard to do, man. It is hard to kill serO fast. What the, what? serO, on the other hand, is going double gas pool first. He smells it. He smells the proxy and says, you know what this means? I'm going to get so much gas, you're not going to believe it. I'm going to buy a Roach Warren sub 1 minute. Sub 1 minute Roach Warren, everybody. He's going to be... I almost consider this over-prepared for what Beyond is doing here. It must be that Beyond has done this to serO very recently in these two players' history, because holy smokes. He has no idea what Beyond is doing, but he's countering him blindly. Okay, this might be a short game. It might be a twofer. We will see. Man. serO. Game sense. 3 roaches coming out. 1 Marine coming over and says, oh, he hasn't expanded yet. We are in super deep trouble. All right, man. Hello, SCV. Oh, yes, there's already roaches out at 2 minutes. But of course there are. My hopes for a bunker are completely crushed. There's no chance of me getting a bunker. He's getting 3 Ravagers at 2 minutes. Dude, Zerg players don't do this. Zerg players don't. They don't go pool first into a bajillion Ravagers. It's like, all right, well, fine. You'll make me kill this engineering bay, whatever. Oh, he didn't actually get it. There's 12 HP on that thing. It's like, all right, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to send my roaches across the map. Can you stop it? The answer is probably. So Beyond's floating his barracks back home. He's aborting the mission. He did as soon as he saw the roaches. He's like, there's no way. This is not happening. And we've seen Maru beat Scarlet when Scarlet sniffed out his proxy. and flew his barracks back home. So we will see if that is the case here today. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ravagers waiting for this high ground vision. Just, you know, expanding at 3 minutes, just Zerg things. Wow, this match sure got started early, didn't it? Quickly. Maybe not early, but quickly. If you enjoy supply depots, that is too bad. Man, it's going to supply block Yun. I think it's going to... Wait, no, it's not. We're good. Hey, you want to repair that? Nope. Not a supply block. It's 8 supply per supply depot. I did the math there very quickly. So the supply block not happening, but it's close. Doesn't want to be supply blocked. This is pretty good stuff, man. 2 kills, 3 kills. The Ravagers doing all right for themselves. Third base from herO taking it about 4 minutes, which again is late, and we might just be settling into a regular old TVZ at this point in time. I mean, the problem here for Bjorn is that he doesn't have a natural base at all, nor is he building a command center. There we go. He's finally getting a second command center here. herO is working on his third base at this stage. He's really just droning, making a couple of lings, getting speed for those lings just for vision purposes, I think. They're not really intended to kill anything, but if Bjorn's going to go for some kind of a one-base crazy attack without expanding, the lings are going to be a bit of an early warning system, as well as this Overlord. This Overlord maybe going to go in for a scout here too. Does not have speed, nor is that being researched at the moment. We're too busy making queens at our hatcheries for herO. Stim getting research from Bjorn. This has been, honestly, a pretty fantastic match so far. Truly, truly, truly has. Hey, quick plug, as long as you're watching this, for the Falcon Paladin store. Just go to falconpaladin.store for all your merch needs. Additionally, there's a podcast, the Falcon Paladin Hour, if you're interested in learning more about Falcon and Somicron, my Australian co-host for the podcast. That's the way to go. We talk about new shows that we're watching, StarCraft 2 tournaments that are going on, balance changes that are happening if we ever get any of those ever again, new maps if we ever get those ever again. There are some concerns, basically. Anywho, Cyclone just really good at shoving out intruders into this main base, man. That is the Cyclone's main purpose in life, is anything shows up in the Terran base and the Cyclone murders it. Is it a Warp Prism? Dead. Is it a Medevac? Dead. Is it an Overlord? Dead. Is it a Void Ray? Dead. Just kills everything that can pop in. Overlord recognizes, okay, natural base taking about 5.5 minutes. And honestly, herO's ahead. He just is. He's got his 3 bases up and totally running, where Bjorn's natural just barely finished. It's 43 to 31 workers, which is not good. This is just herO taking advantage of that late natural and just droning his face off here. He's got a lair coming in, taking his 3rd gas, putting workers back on gas after he took them off for a minute so that his drone production could be faster. Bunch of queens, just in case anything does manage to sneak past. He's just got vision here, right? His vision wall. The Zergling's here to make sure a 3rd base isn't quick. This Overlord's here to make sure nothing comes out to kill him. He's doing a good job. He's got an Overlord over here in case an attack is heading from that direction that he didn't spot. And everything's just going well for herO. He feels good about this. I've just... I don't know that I've ever seen a Zerg player completely blindly go for 3 Ravagers at 2 minutes before. Like, pool first blind? Sure. Seen that. But directly into roaches without having seen a thing. He went into 2 gas before having seen a thing. This Overlord just vision right here. That's what we're talking about, baby. This is why you have Overlords around the map. Bjorn's going for a double medevac drop here at 6 minutes, 7 minutes, which traditionally should show up around 4.5 or 5.5. It's not. What the heck am I selecting? Not the medevacs, apparently. But here are los medevacos. How do you say medevac in Spanish? Teach me that. I want to learn Spanish terms. Overlord is saved. Very nicely done. Roach Ravager Queen response team. Lings inside the main base, just in case Bjorn decides to head on over here. And this is one of the things that is hardest for lower league players to learn, is how do you split up your army, right? You just use F2A move everywhere. You're not going to have either people here, no people here, or no people here, or units here, and then you're dead, right? Because the Marines just attack on into your 3rd base and you die, or they drop in your main base and you die. You need to have your army split into 2 separate factions. If you can't do that, you're toast. That's how this works. Overseer going in for a scout, but is going to die before it reaches the main base, before the Cyclone has a chance to kill it. Actually, the Cyclone is not here. I think he died. He was doing some harassment, and the Ravager killed it, but it killed the Ravager, so... that's fine. You gonna target fire these creep tumors? No. No. Not doing that. 11 roaches in production. Are we roach ravagering herO? I guess I should have known from the +1/+1 he's working on for his ranged units. Alright. Fair enough. Roach Ravager. I'm not a huge fan of it versus Terran. It's good up until the Terran starts getting 2/2 and 3/3 for his bio. Look at this little changeling. Hello, little changeling. See? Army split. We notice Byun splitting his army, herO splitting his army. F2A move does not work at this level, nor does it work if you want to get into, like, Masters, honestly. Ah, the violin. Just, the soundtrack is so good. There's one thing I'll always remember Blizzard for. It is the soundtracks for their games, whether it's Diablo, whether it's Warcraft 2, whether it's Brood War, whether it's World of Warcraft. The music is just also very good across the board. Hey, look, a third base is landed for Byun. Hey, look, herO's maxed out, so that does not bode well for this third base at all. It is all Marine tank here today. It is 46 Marines, 4 tanks, and a Widowmine, who is not with... Oh, here it is, on the ramp. Cool. Yeah, I'm extraordinarily worried about this third base for Byun. Like, I don't like it at all. 1-1 is done for these guys. Oh, 1-1 is finishing up here for Byun. Oh, he's sacking it. Okay, well... I mean, no, maybe he's not. He's not entirely sacking it. He's trying to drag the army into this tank fire. It's going to work out for him in the end. Corrosive Bile forces the army to move back, which they don't want to do. They had a really nice position, but tank dead now. Covering the tank is always very nice. Look at these Marines just holding on, man. Holding on. Third base survives. And 7 SCVs died, but they didn't all die, so that's a nice thing. But herO, meanwhile, expanded while he was attacking, because of course he does. He's getting 2/2s, making 9 more roaches and an infestation pit. And I think he realizes, yeah, 2/2s on the way here from Byun. His 1-1 finished during that engagement. So we can't stick here on Roach Ravager forever. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen it before. Have I ever seen a Zerg player win a game at like 13, 14, 15 minutes against a Terran who's going bio when it's Roach Ravager against the bio? I don't know that I have. Look at how well they're even trading now to some extent. They just melt Roaches and Ravagers. They don't do bonus damage versus anything. They just do good damage against everything. That's what Marines are. The only thing that's good against Marines really is like Ultralisks. Just because of the armor they have. And Marines attack so quickly and for so little damage that the armor's incredible. But even like Roaches that have good armor, they don't trade well against Marines either. Pure Marine, baby. Good unit. herO, what he's really just doing is creep spreading and keeping Byun on this side of the map. Byun is just in a bit of trouble here. Don't like it. He's going to try to even up the score by sending some medevacs across the map, but holy crap, there's already creep spread to this point in the map. That's not good for me, says Byun. I'm a murderer of some of these tumors, I guess. I mean, what else are you going to do unloading on this high ground? Tumor's dead, but guess what? There's tumors pushing this way. There's tumors pushing this way. Stay alive. Ugh, well, this one did at least. That's nice. I like these supply depots. They're not really here for supply. They're just here to mess up the pathing of the Roaches and Ravagers so they can't just jump on this. It slows them down. I mean, unfortunately, eventually it will supply block Byun losing these supply depots. Maybe he did need them more than I thought he did. Yeah, this is going to burn down and supply block the Terran. Watch. Supply block. Oh, the fungals are here. How much have I complained about Zerg players not making fungals in recent days, huh? herO taking a 5th base while Byun is still on his 3rd. He's making a 4th command center at that location, but I mean, when the income looks like this, it's so much red. No. Nope. Zerg player can win ZVTs when they're making, well, I was going to say when they're making less, but no, they need more. They got to be more cost efficient. It's just unless the Marines are... It's hard to say, right? Marines are squishy. How cost efficient are they? Pretty cost efficient, but Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Terminal Glands coming in, +3 armor, getting researched for those Ultras, as well as Chitinous Plating. Actually, no, the Ultralisk Cavern is not dead yet. So nicely done, sneaking around. See the sneaking stuff that Bjorn is doing here. It's what you like. That's what you like to see, Terran players. It's just a problem. We've seen this time and time again. Terrans that get stuck on the Terran mech, on the Marine tech here. It's largely Marines, and then suddenly 8 Ultras show up, and your Marines are just kind of tickling them to death. It's not great. Serral replacing that 5th base. The group that killed it is still up here getting healed from their stim damage they took, because by golly, they didn't take damage from anything else. That is for sure. Viper's in production. There's your Chitinous Plating. They're actually getting Tunneling Claws. Why not at this stage, I guess? The creep spread is just... It's covering so much of the map. It's really problematic here for the Terran player. He cannot be pleased at how the creep is pushing in on his 3rd. Drop, though. Coming in. You might be able to finish. You know what? No. You can't unload is the problem. If you unloaded everybody, and then maybe you went for the roaches, you'd be able to do it. Ow. Infestor sneaking in. Okay. Oh, focusing down the Ultralisk Cavern would be awesome. Is he going to do it? He's trying. Oh, she gets it. That's insane. Ultra Cavern dies. Chitinous Plating denied. Everybody dies, but that is one heck of a successful mission. It means, yes, you may have some Ultralisks in production, but you're not going to make any more for a little bit. Now the Ultralisk Cavern is getting started. He has to restart Chitinous Plating, which isn't the longest upgrade you have to wait for, but still, it sucks. So Bjorn getting some small victories. His 4th base is up and rolling. His income is, you know, there you go. More than the Zerg players with these mules. Feeling all right about that. Spire coming in from Serral. So we're going +2 mech here, while 3/3's finishing up for the bio. Oh, the abducts on the tanks are just so good. That's why they gave us abducts, Zerg players, is for the abduction on tanks and Colossus. And like Ultras, I guess. If you make Ultras in a ZVZ, your opponent probably has Lurkers and you're gonna die, but yeah, the Ultras, the tank count is what's gonna scare away these Ultras, not the Marines. Marauders are in production. Liberators are in production. +2 vehicle weapons. It's going to help, but 3/3 finishing up on these bio units pretty good. He burrowed the Ravagers by accident a bit there. Burrow hit squad. Ready to get some stuff done. He's like, I made these Ravagers. They're not super effective against 3/3 bio, but you know what? We're going to give it a shot here anyway, lads. Adaptive Talons on the way. No, what? No. It's anabolic synthesis. It's an A name is what it is. An A name is on the way. Sensor tower cannot detect the roaches. You can just see a little...
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Little line. There it is. Sensor tower finishes. They start taking hits. Liberator tried to do some stuff for there. Didn't really work out for them. Or medevac, rather. Oh, these guys are... Get up the ramp. Take down the tank. Focus it. Or hide, regen all your health. Oh, that's 13 SCVs dead. That's a lot of dead SCVs. Attack up to the ult. Oh, no, it didn't work. Planetary Fortress stays alive. Oh my. Ah, there's your scan. Kill the siege tank. Or get nothing done. That's also fine. That was a very strange Roach decision there. At least pop up and kill a tank. Don't run down into siege tank fire. Weird choice. Top right, though, Serral. I mean, he's fine. He's fine. He's got +3 missile attack coming in, +3 melee attack coming in. He's already got +3 armor because of course he does. Income back down in Serral's favor after losing those SCVs and losing all that mining time as well. Hope you're enjoying the 1440p casts, by the way. I'm enjoying my 1440p monitor and new video cards, so hope you should enjoy the results here as well. Steady targeting. Yes, ghosts are out. Bjorn knows how to handle Ultras. Bjorn, before he left for military, was the first player I saw to really lean on steady targeting against Ultralisks. Back when Ultras had 8 max armor and Terrans hated them. Yeah, Bjorn was like, steady targeting ignores armor. Let's do it. And he would. He'd melt. Like 8 Ultras would show up and he'd just go, pew, 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 and they'd all die. This is some chaos, though. This is some chaos emeralds. Corrosive Bile on fungal units is pretty good. See? Fungal, good unit, man. Ugh. Orbital not burning down, and StarCraft heads home. So he's yet to kill a base, is a problem here for StarCraft. If you're going to beat a Terran player, I'm not going to say it's required that you kill a base, or 2 or 3, but man, if you don't, it really feels problematic. But StarCraft has so many bases, maybe it doesn't matter. Perhaps it does not matter. His creep spread is great. He's connecting all of his bases with creep. Maybe this is where he kills a base for the first time today. It is weird considering how much I think StarCraft's been ahead today that he hasn't killed a single planetary or orbital. I mean, he's rolling for it. Oh, Liberator, steady targeting, and tanks, man. The Holy Trinity. I guess Marauders are in that mix too, but absolutely shoves it off. Bjorn is, he's not turtling, but he's really making himself extremely hard to break. This is what he's up to. Siege tanks everywhere. His tank count is much higher. 11 than you normally see in a late game TVZ, especially against Cyril. But you know what's the right answer, honestly, versus these Ultras? Having that many tanks, you're not going to necessarily kill the Ultras with your tanks, but the damage done is going to help a lot. Steady targeting, a single steady targeting is not going to kill an Ultra, but that plus a tank shot, plus a Liberator shot, which Liberator shots ignore armor, because their abilities, not attacks. Oh, we're into mutas now. Okay. That's some interesting stuff. We're into mutas. Steady targeting still says mutas die. Look at this tank positioning. It's so hard. Oh, these Ultras are just going to die. Yeah, Ultra's dead, and the Roaches and Ravagers have to back out. Or I guess just Ravagers have to back out. Dude, Bjorn is staying alive in a position where I did not think it would be possible for any Terran player to stay alive here. That's why he's one of the best, man. That's why he's one of the 4 Horsemen. That's why he's a stupid good Terran player. And why Cyril hasn't been able to finish him off here in 20 minutes, despite, again, being in a fairly dominant position economically, map-wise, bank-wise. He's got a huge lead. 23,000 resources lost to 18,000 resources lost. Cyril's lost so much more than Bjorn has. But taking this base, Bjorn needs to start moving out. Like, there's a point that he can do this just by sitting on his available bases and asking Cyril to attack into him and make bad trades. But this base is where it starts to get tricky. Like, the economics of losing this base to the Zerg player is massive. Mutas are out. Greater Spire coming in. I guess Broodlords to take down a turtly Terran player with ghosts and tanks and planetaries. Eh? Going for it again, man. And this is enough. Bailing's making some... Okay. Bailing's making some absolutely gorgeous connections there. Still a bunch of ghosts remaining. Mutas. That's so many turrets. Mutas actually have to get out. That's so many turrets. Okay, so lost a lot of army. That was rough. That was some really nice Bailing connections. Keep in mind, the Bailings also died in that engagement. 28,000 to 24,000 resources lost. Cyril has lost more still. I just keep coming back to this base, man. If Cyril has this, he's able to mine all the resources from it. Like, Bjorn, you know, he's pretty happy to be on 5 bases. He really is. And it's not so much that he needs the 6th, but allowing Cyril to have his, like, 9th is a problem. This base should be dead now. There's just not... No, it's not enough. Unless... Okay, so the orbital command lifts. There's nothing that can shoot up here. Blinding Cloud on the tanks is just such a great move. SCV's taking some hits. 15 SCVs do go down, and then just lift your stuff. Mutas in the main base. Not many of them, but hey, we're going to kill some supply depots, some dead refineries. Not really focusing all that much. A Ghost Academy death would be pretty good, considering I think that is the only Ghost Academy, and in fact it is. Beyond just continuing to build bases, he didn't lose this one. Again, look at this. He hasn't lost a single base today. 13 supply depots. I guess three command centers, but none of them were actual planetaries or orbitals that were used as bases. Yeah? Maybe we're splitting hairs here. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, man, herO, do I trust you with Mutalisks? You've lost 20 in this game. This has been, honestly, an incredible game. I still think herO has a pretty heavy advantage by having this base, especially not letting Beyond take this bottom left base. The 1-2 combo is humongous. Pathogen Glands finally getting research. We've seen so much Infestor play today. +3 flyer attack on the way, because herO's at a point in the game where he's like, I don't know what else to do with my money. You don't usually see +3 flyer attack, especially considering there are no flying units for herO right now. Ah, here we go. Beyond recognizing this hatchery is a concern of mine. Let's make sure it dies, or by that I mean, don't actually make sure it dies, because fully upgraded cracklings are here to murder everything. That's how it works. Ah, there we go. Corruptor's on the way. We're going to have, geez, some really upgraded Broodlords. So you know how Broodlings use the melee attack and ground carapace upgrades as well, and the Broodlords use the plus flyer attack on their strike. So when the Broodling hits, it does a strike up attack, which is upgraded through the Spire. But everything else about the Broodling is through the evolution chamber. Good hits. Alright, just shoving Bjorn away from this base. So these are going to be like as upgraded Lords with Broodlings as could possibly be, which is hilarious. Alright, finally, the planetary dies, but it's effectively mined out anyway, and he's got another base here ready to take over anyway. The ghost count is just nuts. I don't know about this. Pretty dicey. Yeah, Zerglings, woof. Ghosts don't do bonus damage versus Lings, but when they're upgraded, they hit pretty hard, and they will do a lot of damage to your Lings. Alright. Alright. Maybe our first hatch kill of the day. The second hatch kill of the day, I apologize. I don't know where we killed a hatchery today. What's the other one? Oh, this one. That's right. This base died and was brought back from the dead. This is a 25-minute game. A lot of things have happened in this match so far. Hit that like button if you haven't already. This is a fantastic TVZ. Like, holy crap. These two bring out the best in each other for sure. Ah, EMP on the Infestor. He's like, I might as well die. Wanders in. Oh, Overseer taking... That missile turret hit that Overseer? That's nuts. That's crazy stuff. Orbital Command still alive. Resources lost. 47,000 to 34,000. See, herO keeps losing more over time than Bjorn does. Bjorn is making some incredible trades. Yes, he's gotten his army ravaged from time to time. But he's been okay. He hasn't lost the game. But herO's just had so much more basage. And right here is 3,000 more resources per minute. herO's bank has kind of been depleted, though. He had a bigger bank earlier. He's been dipping into that thing in order to remax. And his remaxes haven't been incredible either. This poor base continually just gets ravaged by, you know, Lings and Banelings mostly. Land it. Repair it. You still have some gas here. Oh, he's not going to repair it, is he? His SCV count is only 30 in all fairness, and he hasn't taken this bottom left base yet either, and yeah, the orbital died. So here come the Broodlords. Now here's the question. Where are your ghosts? Because you need those for this to work. Yeah, the strike... Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, when it connects with something on the ground, that's the strike that the Broodlord does. See, but here are the ghosts. Steady targeting. Actually not connecting here. Wow! So much run! So much Zergling surround. Tanks getting obliterated. 159 to 113 total supply. Yun is taking too many Baneling hits. No. He's got, you know, a decent number of units remaining here, but it's 102 to 164 supply. It's herO not remaxing, but making 42 Lings. Just 42 Zerglings. With full upgrades. And I think that might be it for Bjorn. Like, he's sucking all of the minerals out of this base that he possibly can. He's actually making more SCVs, which is kind of crazy. You don't generally see Terran players making more SCVs at this stage of the game because they have so many orbitals generally that they don't need them. But a lot of orbitals have died today. He doesn't have as many as he normally does. Spores at the front, Queens at the front, Broodlords getting transfused, ready to rock. Splitting his ghosts off, trying to steady target. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. That's a steady target. Oh, the fungal's huge, though. Oh, all right, so the ghosts are all dead, and I think that's it. It's a handful of Marines, it's a bunch of tanks. The Marines are like, we got this. Oh, the tank-friendly fire, too, is a problem here. That's your GG. herO is your winner, and Bjorn taps out at 28 minutes and 30 or 40 whatever seconds it is right now. Somebody is still in the game, apparently. Nope, they left. Trados has left. Woo! That was a match for your Monday, wasn't it, lads? Or maybe we do for your Wednesday. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. We'll figure this out. It's going to be sometime in the month of February, I guess. Anyway, what an absolutely just fantastic match. That was really, really well done. Resources lost 57,000 to 48,000. That's how you know it was a good game. A lot of dead things. 450 Zerglings, 450 Lings, 217 Marines, 28 Ghosts, a Planetary, 3 Command Centers, and no orbital commands died, although one did burn down as a result of herO's attack, so I think that counts as a death. 20 mutas went down. A hatchery died today. Shouldn't that be 2? Why are the numbers wrong? That's weird. A little bit of Infestor play, a little bit of Ultralisk play, but really, Ling's Banes with some Broodlord support made this happen. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, any other Terran player that gets completely hard shut down by what herO did with his 3 Ravager opening, you know, I guess, yeah, I didn't realize that. But yeah, I think herO, instead of just preparing for a proxy, might have honestly just been going for a 3 Ravager rush, which isn't super good, but hey, in the hands of herO, why not? And then all of a sudden, there were proxies, and he was like, huh, that's interesting, I guess I'll go anyway. But it wasn't enough. That's the crazy thing, is usually 3 Ravager attacks are pretty good. But, I mean, they killed 2 supply depots and got out of there. That's all they were able to do. Anywho, like, beyond to go from that and then take herO to 28 minutes, almost 30 minutes, is crazy. Crazy pants. But, anyway, good job, Beyond. Nice job, herO, getting the win here, though, and that's going to be it from me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.